Welcome, Scorpio, to your full moon reading for the Leo full moon, February 26th. It's a beautiful day to soak your feet in some salt water if you can't get them into a nearby river. It is a powerful moon of foundational purification for all of the festivals that come up in India and the Hindu world over the next couple of months, springtime. And it's a lunation so the full moon is in Leo, and therefore the sun is in Aquarius, shining its light over onto the fullness of Leo there. And this is the axis of the king and the beggar, right? The king and the community, the ruler and the ruled. So, there could be a bit of a power struggle going on in your world right now, Scorpio. I feel like for Scorpios, that's kind of the norm. Like, there's usually something that you're pressing against. Are you one of us or are you not, Scorpio? Is kind of what this lunation casts a light on. And for you, it's in the 10th house. The 10th house is about reputation and status and promotion, maybe even the way you promote yourself. These are ideas that are related to whether or not you know yourself as spirit or you think of yourself more as a material being. And Leo and its courageous heart, and Aquarius and its more diffuse perspective that seeks the good of the whole, we hope. These two things are in relationship now. Looking for a signifier card so we can do your Celtic cross here. Beaver, the builder of the medicine card deck. Number 22, the worker, the achievement that comes from dedication to a purpose. That comes from working toward an end. A dedication card, a card of devotion in some interpretations. Crafty, clever, little ferocious creatures that can take out a half a forest, I've seen it, to build a dam. What covers you is the spiral dance. And this is the ritual sort of direction of your life, the spiritual direction of your life, if you will. You're kind of covered by your personal vision, the sacred spiral. A ritual motion comes into your building. Or perhaps a ritual motion covers your building. The grouse has a very beautiful spiral mating dance. And that's what the sacred spiral refers to, that this grouse is a symbol of. It is depicted on all kinds of rock art, all kinds of Neolithic stonework, and it is one of the oldest symbols that we have. Your obstacle is transformation, the butterfly. And you know this one, this creature that goes from goes from egg to larva, to caterpillar, to cocoon, to being reborn completely as a butterfly. And in the middle, in the cocoon, it dissolves completely. So you're probably experiencing that state of disillusion where confusion is making space for new things in your world. It's a bit like, the spiral of the drain instead of the spiral upward. It's looking like all is lost. However, out of that comes a new beginning. And this beginning's got wings. So let's not despair yet. Let's see where we're going. To Mana. Now, dolphin is all about the inhale and the exhale, the warp and the woof, the joy and the ache, the rhythm of life, the Tao. So it looks like in your movement through this difficult transformation, you're moving much closer toward equanimity. You are crowned by a certain type of equanimity that is guiding this whole process, this whole spiral, this whole building, this whole turning. And you may be caught in the middle right now. Wonderful. Your foundation is cleansing. So you're definitely moving into a new state that it looks like is purification, perfect for this full moon, replenishment. You've got the cleansing of amphibian going on here, and this is a healer's card, right? The frog medicine people are powerful healers because between the earth and the water is a permeable membrane where the Tao circulates, where equanimity comes to us. This is a place where we can really move between the worlds, and it can renew the whole situation. This is your foundation card. So whatever difficulty this transformation is bringing to you, it looks like it's necessary, and it looks like it's for the good. Ooh, you're moving away from leadership. So I'm going to leave that sentence just as it is, because I think that's powerful in itself, moving away from leadership. But this is a card of influence, and because it's a Leo full moon, I think it's very significant. It's like leading with the heart power, leading with, the way that Leo serves with passion, the crown of the heart, the courage of the crown, the hierarchy is being moved away from, and you're moving into the Akashic, the record that includes everyone, the inclusive ocean, the oceanic record keeping of whale. So this is DNA, and almost like non-differentiated life, moving from kind of a hierarchical space into a space that's very oceanic, unbounded, unlimited information. And it's a kind of knowing. It's a sort of knowing that comes to us from the deep reaches of our ancestry and our holy past, the past that we know liminally, we know only in our unconscious and our dreams. As you are right now, you're in a place of aggression, courage. It's time to boss up, this thing seems to be saying. No longer should we let anything keep us from taking flight. And here we are down in the root cellar. So it's going to take some mana. It's going to take some inhale and exhale. It's going to take some building. It's going to take some work to move up from this place of healing, the tunnel that we don't want to make a tomb out of, right? To move from there into away from a hierarchical leadership and into a more inclusive and oceanic way of being and living. All around you is camouflage. It seems like there are some things that are hidden from you at this point in time. Scorpio. I don't think you're unfamiliar with that feeling. I think the depths and the root cellar is kind of home for lots of Scorpios. That's a familiar place, if not a wanted place. But Fox is the oneness of camouflage, the ability to use plant allies and observe nature undetected in a way that that conceals you from harm or from great difficulty. You may be able to find your way easily by not being seen, by not being observed but observing. And all around you there may be hidden benefit. It could be, like in the root cellar, there could be lots of things that help you on your way to cleansing, help you on your way to equanimity, move you forward into a more oceanic space, away from the seat of power as you find your own power. Perhaps there's a tyrant to be overthrown, and the way to do it is by not being seen to do it. Interesting. Your hope and fear card is reputation. So the way that you are thought about in whatever group it is you're moving through, or whatever transformation you're moving through, has your attention. It has you hoping and fearing that something about the way you project self-respect is sufficient or is good enough to keep the camouflage going or to move through the camouflage. It depends on how you're approaching that Fox card, right? So it's in the position of what is around you, what's in your immediate environment is what Fox represents. And then your hopes and fears being the skunk card. This is, the not ego part of yourself. This is who I am. It's quite the opposite of Fox, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Where Fox would hide, and maybe that's where you've been for a while. Maybe you've been hiding this transformation. Maybe you've been hiding this transformation from authority. Maybe you've been hiding this transformation from leadership, or maybe you're transforming into leadership and you've been hiding from that. You are hoping and fearing, take me as I am as a statement, right? This is who I am, and this is what I have to give in my passion. This is how I serve with what I love. And maybe just coming forward with that into the world it's got you hopeful and it's got you a bit fearful. Very interesting. Your outcome card is gentleness. So maybe you're fearing doing what you need to do to complete this transformation. Maybe there's some scary characters in there and you're afraid for your reputation. Maybe there's a little bit of worry or a stalled sense of discomfort as you make the changes that you need to make. But this purification is happening and you're moving toward a greater state of equilibrium. You're moving toward an oceanic form of equanimity. I think once you get past the actual dissolution of your transformation, and you may need to move aggressively in that direction. Stop hiding, stop worrying about your reputation, and be gentle with yourself. Allow what you know is coming to be, Scorpio. Let it happen. And there will be rebirth. This is actually your card. The bat is the phoenix of the medicine card deck. And it represents rebirth. It represents the ritual's end, right? And it is a ritual end. This is not a real death. And this is not a permanent death either. Those things are transformations. And it should be seen as that. It's one of millions of transformations that you'll probably make in your life. And chances are it's going to be really good for you. It's going to bring out a gentle equanimity that has you feeling kind of oceanic and inclusive and warm and receptive, but you're not there just yet. It's going to take some work to get there. And I wish you all the joy of it, Scorpio. I think, honestly, this is a hopeful reading, but I feel like you've kind of got to put in a little work if you're going to be able to share what you love with the collective that you participate in. I'm really hoping that there were some messages here for you that you could use in this transformation that seems a little stalled. You might be visiting the underworld, but the light is on the way with this full moon. I wish you the joy of it. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening, Scorpio. Thank you, thank you, thank you.